Sometimes and things are out of the map that you need. Let me show you. For example, look, that beaver was out of the map. So you couldn't see it. So that's how you do it. And if you did it, was it tricky? If you were able to do it. And let's tap more. And now I'm gonna show you how to create one like that. Create new challenge. And as before, we're gonna write our welcome missions here. I sometimes hi. I sometimes hi. I think I sometimes write something different. So today we would try to. Our goal is to make a game to put something we need out of the map. Let me show you. If you have codemonkey, try and make one along with us. If you've already made it and you have codemonkey, you just don't do it. And for example, this is harder, but we're gonna tap. For example, we're gonna move all step once. It's step. So we write just, for example, if you're making a challenge like this, just do, for example, beaver step 20. Step 15. It might be completed if you have codemonkey. No, it has to be 19 or 20. I'll show you what happens if you're 19. You at least collect it. Wow! So that's how to create one out of the map. Okay. For example, if we only had go to, let me teach you how to do it. Let's delete it and add go to. And write beaver again. Then tap go to river. Then tap go to banana. No, sorry, that's not possible. For example, you can just put, if you wanted to use both of them, but you only put it one, that could be a hidden plan. But we're gonna try to do him go in the log. So example, that might look if it's 17. And that log. Yes, it does work. Yes. That one is wow and close. And remember, you can test it out. Remember to save. Back to creations. Tap the one you just created, and you can just test out. Look. And we can probably do it if you put 16. Let me show you. And let's try 15. That would probably work. Yes, that does work also. So, let's try and make a better one. And let me show you how to make it better. And then that. So, for example, you can go create your new challenge again. I'm going to write welcome this time. You can copy it if you want. My method if you're making one. Welcome. Welcome. And I think that's because of this. The volume is full of the game. So we'll try and make it quicker. And I've never done that, so I need to test out. No, before that, let's make it even difficult. We're just gonna add for example, add 3. If you're thinking of this, just tell us. It's fine. So then look at this. Also add 3 beavers. Have one beaver. 2. I think nobody's done that. Let's make it slow and just make it. No, I'll just add new, and that this new would be another beaver. For example, for in beavers, remember that. For in beavers, look, step 10. 10 to beavers. Remember to delete those on that one. Beavers 0. Beavers step distance to. Let's write it again. But beavers 0. For example, let's try this. Turn 2. Now add beavers 2. Ew. Are you listening? Now add beavers is 2. Step distance 2. Beavers 2. Write it down. Beavers 2. Don't forget these. Yes. Attention not to turn to banana step distance. No. I know that it went there. So, but we're just gonna quickly do that. Look. That comes very quickly. And before we light all at once, let's test out normal speed now. On top stomach. Let's test out. And let's do it until it looks like it's lagging. Look how slow it goes. It goes slow. And the noise changes. I don't think it was lagging too much. Now for the final, I probably think it's... Where is that? And that's why it makes new noises you probably never heard before. And I can't call it lagging. I want it goes quicker. Anyways, look. But wow! Not just I somehow put speech marks. No, speech marks. So how do we put the other speech marks? Wow. Wow. You won. You won. You won. Close. So you can change the. That's the one thing that I learned. You can change the game speed. I want it to be very quickly. Look. That's how we do it when it's very quickly. And oh, don't forget to save. Watch that one more time. Then that's all for today's video. Bye. That's all for today's video. And like and subscribe, please. Please. Okay.